From the age of 5, Hervé Pierre knew exactly what he wanted to do. Growing up with a strict education in Paris, exploring his passion for design, Hervé went on to design for the renowned fashion houses of Christian Dior, Balmain, and Carolina Herrera. Now he is an independent designer who has worked for the past 4 First Ladies.
So my first internship was at Christian Dior, and for whatever reason, Pierre Balmain gave me my first opportunity and gave me my first job. I was 24 years old, and they asked me if I would be the creative director of Balmain. It was my very first dress as under my name at Balmain, and it was a dress, pale green dress. It was shot on Linda Evangelista for Vogue, and it was a full page in that gown, and I was absolutely astonished that I could have a full page in Vogue on Linda Evangelista. There is something, I know that people are speaking about Fashion Week, the buzz and all the craziness, all the front row hysterical things, but I have much more pleasure during the process. So I prefer the creative process. That's the really hand of it, because suddenly I remember I was always shocked when you work with these dresses for 2 months and you look at, you touch them and you fit them, and suddenly the day of the show, you have people grabbing these clothes like, yes, that's pretty, and they take your babies and they don't really necessarily respect them. And suddenly there is this kind of like reject. You are like, it's done. Next. You know what I mean? It's more about the ingredients when you are baking or when you are doing a good dish. That suddenly when you give the dish on the table, your work is done. And you have people tasting it, like, oh, I don't like it. And suddenly you're like, well, I don't care about your point of view, At least, even if you don't like it, it's a dish that was made out of love and a lot of passion. As long as you are like true to yourself, that's the key. It's very important, I believe, for whoever is building a career, like in the movie industry, in the fashion industry, to manage your ego, specifically in an industry that promotes ego tremendously, like fashion. It's like all about me, I don't think that's the answer. Your ego is going to put you from here to here, but it's a very short distance in life. If you manage your ego and you know how to surround yourself with talented people, who am I? I'm only sketching dresses. If I don't have a head of a sample room who drape it, if I don't have a fabulous woman or a man who is going to sew it, I'm absolutely nobody.